Back on the bottom line, talking a little politics now. You're going to meet a gentleman who wants to take on longtime Congressman Bobby Scott of the 3rd District, covering Peninsula, actually on up to Richmond, parts of Norfolk, and I think stretching into the beach. Congressman Scott been in office since at least 1993, and someone thinks he is vulnerable. Joining us now is Chuck Smith, retired Navy Marine Corps Commander, Navy Commander?
Navy JAG Commander, yes.
Welcome to the bottom line. Just a brief background about you. Well, let me let you do that, and as you introduce yourselves to folks who want to know who is this guy who's jumping into politics now.
Good, good. Don, let me say first that the 3rd District does not reach into Virginia Beach. It starts at Portsmouth, Norfolk, Newport News, Hampton, goes all the way up to Richmond and part of Henrico County.
And where do you live?
I live in Virginia Beach, in the Wesleyan area of Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Right.
Go right ahead.
I'm a former Marine, 0311, we say ground pounder, former retired Navy JAG lawyer. I've been practicing law, Don, for the last 31 years, and each year for each of those 31 years. And I'm a husband, father, church, very Christian, and I believe in the values and views of this country.
You want to take on Bobby Scott. Bobby Scott, Harvard-trained lawyer. Been in office since 1993 at least. He served a number of positions prior to that, the Virginia State Senate, House of Delegates, active in the community. Folks see him around the district like every day. Why do you want to take on Bobby Scott?
Don, Americans are suffering, American soldiers are dying, the deficit is increasing, the economy is tanking. People are looking for change.
You're saying the economy is tanking, but prior to President Obama taking office, some would say the economy had tanked.
Well, listen, there's enough blame to go around. In this candidate, in this person, in Chuck Smith, you'll find someone who will lay blame wherever it lies. The Republicans, when President Bush was empowered, in my opinion, made some errors, and we're quick to point those out. We believe that there are some errors that are being currently made, and we're quick to point those out. One thing is for sure, that residents of the 3rd District are looking for jobs. They're looking for a cap on the spending. They're looking for better homes, better places in their communities where their children are safe, better schools. And I don't think continuing the same policies that we've seen before benefits them. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Listen, I feel that we have a number of issues that we need to address. This is one candidate who doesn't enter a race and say, oh, that guy's, he's done all the wrong, the bad things. This is principles above politics. What we're saying is that a time when this nation needs leadership, a time when this nation needs people who believe in this country, there are things that we need to change, and we need to change the leadership now.
What is your #1 priority if you are elected to Congress?
Jobs. Bringing jobs and also reducing the spending.
So, with jobs, what would you do?
Well, Don, one of the things we need to do is we need to spur the economy, and we don't spur the economy by burdening our employers. So we need to attract employers to come in some of our areas within the 3rd District. We need to make it attractive for those employers, those entrepreneurs, those people who actually spur the economy. We need to create jobs in the sense where we have more businesses, we have more revenue coming into Virginia, and we need to spur that. And I think we need to do that in a large-scale way where we are not counterproductive. A lot of the things that we've done, and I think a lot of things that we continue to do, are counterproductive.
Well, what do you specifically think that Scott is doing wrong?
Well, you know, the list goes on. I can start from any number of positions. Okay. Congressman Scott voted against the ban against same-sex marriages. Congressman Scott voted against the elimination of the marriage tax. Congressman Scott voted against the elimination of the death tax. Congressman Scott voted against what I consider one of the most fundamental principles of this country, one nation under God, in the Pledge of Allegiance in our schools. There are a number of things that just don't, in my opinion, follow the fine examples of American history that we've seen, and that is a faith and belief in the values and views of this country. And I think the residents of the 3rd District can benefit from not just more jobs, they can benefit from better schools, they can benefit from better neighborhoods, businesses moving into this district, but they can also benefit from this nation, this district, getting back in line with those principles that have made this country strong.
What do you think about the fact that there is no supermarket in Southeast Newport News?
I think that's important. I've traveled Southeast Newport News. I've traveled in Eastern Newport News, and you know, some of the places you see, you think, my God, who's representing those districts? We've asked them, who's your representative in those districts? A lot of people just don't know. We need to not only bring supermarkets, but we need to bring businesses. We need to bring to the people those things that will help the people and that will be beneficial to them, not just to those people in Washington.
Congressman Scott is on the early childhood. I'm about to run down his resume right now, but I can't do that because we're out of time. Folks are going to want to get in touch with you and meet you. And what's the best way to do that? Do you have any 1 or 2 events planned coming up?
www.chucksmith2010.com, 757-490-9422.
Wish we had more time, but Chuck Smith, thank you very much for joining us on The Bottom Line.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
All right. We're out of time, but thank you for joining us. Have a great week. Get involved. You can also check out The Bottom Line at wavy.com.